So hi everyone, welcome back to another stream, and today's stream is England versus Croatia. Let's sort this microphone out, it's kind of stuck underneath my laptop. It is the England versus Croatia live watch along. So yes, if you haven't seen already, this is the England team that is going to be playing Croatia in the tournament. And I'm not too happy with this England team, to be honest with you. I'm not happy with it. Because look, Trippier's starting left back. We have Luke Shaw, probably been the best left back in the Premier League this season, and Ben Chilwell, who is a Champions League winner. And we decided to start Trippier, who was arguably our third choice right back. Also, on the right-hand side, I would have started Reece James at right back. I think he offers more going forward, and defensively as well, I do think he's stronger, but I guess it's experience. And then you've got Stones and Mings in the two central defensive positions. Mings being the less experienced one, but he's still an experienced player. I think he's about 28. I think Harry Maguire would have started if he was fit. Stones, fair enough, had an absolute brilliant season this season. And then into midfield, it's very defensive again from Southgate, but what do we expect? Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. I like Rice. I think he's pretty much our most important player in that midfield. Maybe Henderson, but he's a very important player. And then Phillips, I guess he's going as two number sixes, and then playing Mount in the 10. He loves Mason Mount, but fair enough. Mount is a quality player, and I would have started him too. Foden on the right. Yeah, fair enough. I can see why he's done that. Kane through the middle, obviously. But Raheem Sterling on the left, that is what puzzles me. That is what puzzles me, having Raheem Sterling on the left. If you look at the players we've got on the bench, Grealish can play on the left. Rashford can play on the left. Saka can play on the left. And then where's Jadon Sancho? In my opinion, I would have played Jadon Sancho on the right in this position here where Foden is. And then on the left, I would have played Jack Grealish because I think Foden's good, but not as good as Jack Grealish. And I think Foden's better on the left than he is on the right. And then I would have played Sancho on the right. And then Sterling, I don't think he's even in contention for starting. I would have put him on the bench though, because I guess it's experience. Because look at this team. You've got Kane played in the last tournament. Sterling played in the last tournament. Stones played in the last tournament. Trippier played in the last tournament. Walker played in the last tournament. And Pickford, who played in the last tournament as well. So all of those players have played in the last tournament in 2018. And only the new ones are Mings, Phillips, Rice, Mount, and Foden. So the majority of the team has experience. And then on the bench, you have got Luke Shaw, who is probably really, really annoyed that he's not playing left back. Jack Grealish, who I think should start. I think he's a really, really key player if we want to have any chance of winning the Euros. Henderson, probably fitness related, because I think you've got to include him. Maybe not as in number 6 in the DM. Maybe when you play 4-2-3, you play him as a number 8. And then Rashford, I would have probably played him over Sterling. I think he's had a better season. And also that Kane and Rashford link up could play well, because of course Kane's used to Son running in behind and stuff. And then Rashford sort of offers a similar sort of approach, if you know what I mean, because he's got the pace like Son and he can make those key runs in behind. But no, we haven't gone with him. And then you've got Connor Cody. So Connor Cody, I don't think he's the best centre back in the world, and he's arguably better in a back three, although Wolves have sort of shifted to a back four near the latter stages of the season. Calvert-Lewin, he's not going to start over Kane, but he does offer a different threat if we want to bring him on. Ben White, the late addition to the squad. I think he's just there if we need to play him at centre back or in the DM possibly, but I think we'd rather bring on Henderson. Also, you've got Dean Henderson as a backup keeper and Johnston. Don't know why he's brought 2 backup keepers for one match when ideally you could have put Sancho or Chilwell. Neither of those are even in the team, which is ridiculous. And then Reece James, the player I thought should have started today at right back, is on the bench. Saka and Bellingham, 2 very young lads, especially Bellingham. I think he's 17, nearly 18. And it's nuts how he's already playing in a major tournament, but is a top quality player and can offer a lot to the team. But this man here, my favourite player in the team, being a Liverpool fan, I really wanted him to start. But yeah, overall with the team, I'm not the happiest with it, but you've got to get behind the boys and let's see how they do throughout the tournament. So yeah, that is the team there if you haven't seen it already. And if you want to have a look at the Croatian team, I don't know whether I can access the Croatian team. No, I don't think I can. And I haven't even seen it. Oh, there it is. So in the Croatian team, we have got ourselves, it's coming in now, Ben. Very optimistic, but I would love if you're right. So in the Croatian team, you've got Livakovic, never heard of him. Vasalko, I think he still plays for Atletico Madrid. Vida, he played in the last tournament. Kaleta Kar, Gavardlo, don't know half these players. Of course, Modric, I know, Brozovic and Kovacic. I think he plays for Inter, Chelsea, and then you got Real Madrid. A very experienced midfield, but Kovacic offers a different dynamic with his runs he can play when going forward. Kramaric, I think his name rings a bell. Rebic, big lad up front. Perisic, can cut in. They all itch. They all literally end in that pretty much. But he can cut in off the left and almost make those inverted runs through and score a lot of goals. He's had a good season for Inter, of course, as they've won the Serie A. And then on the bench, you've got yourselves Bracalo, Klanic, Vlasic, Budimir, Pasalic, Skoric, Badelj, Petikovic, Juranovic, Sluga, Barad. Sorry if I can't pronounce these, and Ivan Nuisic. Sorry about that. I cannot pronounce literally any of those players' names because I have no clue what they are. But yeah, anyway, no Dejan Lovren. Didn't know he wasn't included in the tournament. Interesting there, considering he was rather good last one. If it adjusts slightly, there we go. That is a Croatian team, but no, we don't really care about that. Well, we do because it's the opposition team that we're facing today. But that is the most important thing we have to look at today, which is that team right there, the England team with Pickford, Walker, Stones, Mings, Trippier, Phillips, Rice, Foden, Mount, Sterling, and Harry Kane. And kickoff is in 9 minutes. So let's just edit this running banner along the bottom of the screen. You'll see it in a minute. And then England versus Croatia. I wonder if you can hear the clicking of the thing. Kickoff. And then I've only got one hand. Give me a second, lads. No one's even on at the moment, but yeah. Kickoff 2 p.m. I'm going to do 2 p.m. You might think to yourselves, why don't do 14? That's GMT time, but no. I'm going to do 2 to the P to the M. And yeah, so yeah, the game is about to kick off in about 8 minutes time, and at the moment, we're just going through the England starting 11. So yeah, Raheem Sterling, good player, but hasn't had a good season. And then yeah, let's have a look. I'm not going to hold the mic for the whole game because it takes a lot of effort. But I'm excited. Got the England shirt on, say supporting the what is that nickname? You could say the Lions or I guess so. Supporting them throughout the tournament. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. It's going to be interesting, especially with this lineup with no actual recognised left back playing on the pitch, but there is one on the bench. But surprisingly, it is quite surprisingly how we have not included the likes of Ben Chilwell or Jadon Sancho in the starting 11, or even in the team as a whole. But what can we do from that, lads? What can we do? There's nothing much we can do, but with nothing much we can change neither. So let's get back over to the comments. He's optimistic, Ben. Is optimistic, very optimistic there. But anyway, Croatian players are in the tunnel and soon to be the English ones ready to walk out and see what they can win this tournament. See if we can have a chance of bringing home something for England, some form of trophy that we've failed to bring home over the last. When was the last time? It was back in there about 50 years almost. No, we haven't won a tournament, which is ridiculous. I actually think it's a bit more than that. But yeah, here we go. 7 minutes they kick off. Getting excited. Gotta love the Euros. The summer when there's no Euros. So you have the Premier League season finishes. Then you have the next Premier League season which starts. But in between the end of May and the mid-August when the Premier League season starts, there's usually no football apart from pre-season. But pre-season isn't exactly the most entertaining thing in the world. So you've got yourselves the Euros or the World Cup, which is exciting because it gives you some football to watch in the summer that isn't friendlies. And yeah, let's just see how we go. Don't know who's going to win the whole Euros. I'd love it to be England, but I'm not. I don't know whether we can. I don't know whether Southgate's the right man. He's a very conservative man, the way he plays. Hi, mate. How you doing, Jake? How's it going? Yeah, Southgate's very conservative in the way he plays. He doesn't commit too many men forward up the pitch. So he's a bit dull in that sense. But I guess he's got experience. He's played in tournaments before. He knows what it's like. And yeah, they seem to have a good connection with the players. But let's see if that can perform on the pitch. And it's really, really, really important that we win this game. Because if we don't win this game, we're going to the Scotland game. And we've got to win that one. And of course, Scotland, England, bit of a rivalry there. Both in the UK. And yeah, if we don't win either of these next two games, getting through is virtually impossible. Because Scotland would have then played Czech Republic, which they could most likely beat. And if they would have beat us, they're almost guaranteed to go through. And if Croatia beat us, then they've got to play Czech Republic. And that looks like an easy game. So I'll come back half time. No worries, Jake. So yeah, basically that is all I can say there, really. Before the game kicks off in 5 minutes, England players in the tunnel. Trippier, Stones, Mings, Jordan Pickford, Rice, Phillips, Mount, Foden, Sterling, and Harry Kane. Shame for some of the players on the bench. No Ben Chilwell on the squad. Luke Shaw's also on the bench, and Jordan Henderson's on the bench too, along with Jack Grealish. So interesting. But yeah, come on. Oh yeah, and fantasy team. Got Harry Kane. It's the only player I've got in this game in my fantasy team. So maybe you can come in, get me some goals for myself, like my fantasy team, and obviously for the England team as well. There's all the lads shouting and screaming, got their tickets into the game, ready to play Croatia, who got to the semis last time, final, sorry, and played really, really, really well. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. We've got to see how the tournament goes before we can go into anything else. Players walking out now. Croatia fans clapping away. Yeah, we're going to have some people on this stream, but we didn't want to. Fair enough, because this is probably the only England stream I'm going to do. I enjoy streaming. I really do enjoy it, but sometimes I might want to watch a game with my family, my friends, and then it's a bit hard on the stream. But France versus Germany is on Tuesday evening, and that could be a big game in terms of who's going to qualify out that group. Well, of course, it could be Portugal, it could be France, it could be Germany, all three of them, because third place can go through. So we'll see how it goes from there. If you have joined this stream over the other ones that are currently on YouTube, or if you're out and about, you've got a bit of data on your phone, you don't want to go on the radio, you come in and listen to us. We go in more in depth. You can chat to us as well. Chat to us, chat to me, and bits and bobs like that. But I don't expect too many people because they're probably sat there on their sofa, pint in one hand, arm on the side of the armchair, drinking the pint and watching the football. Don't blame them. Honestly, don't blame them. But yeah, if you have come on here, thankful. I'm very thankful. My PlayStation controller is down there, so let's not budge that. Otherwise, we may lose what is on the TV, which is not good at all. But yeah, 3 minutes until kickoff now. Doing a national anthem for Croatia, followed by the national anthem for England. And then kickoff is underway. So yeah, very exciting. First game of the Euros for England. Let's hope this tournament can be a memorable. And in a minute, we'll change this banner right here. See the one ticking on the bottom? England versus Croatia. Kickoff, 2 p.m. In a minute, we'll change that just to England versus Croatia, 0-0. England, 0. Croatia, 0. You know what I'm saying? Because that is what the score will be at the start. But come on. Interesting team if you just joined. Interesting team. Trippier playing left back. Sterling starting. 2 DMs. Grealish on the bench. Henderson on the bench. Jordan Henderson. No Sancho, no Chilwell in the squad. Very interesting, but a lot for the wrong reasons. National anthem for England. 2 minutes to kick off. Come on, lads. Come on, let's get this. Let's get the big 3 points. Start off the group strong. Czech Republic, Scotland, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Won't be streaming that, sorry. But yeah, Scotland versus Czech Republic at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So that game is pivotal in our group. But let's just concentrate on getting the 3 points today. Apparently our record at the start of tournaments in the first game is not good at all, which does not bode well. But yeah, this team is exciting. Not the current team, because there's a few players who had rather started over there. So yeah, lineup if you just joined: Pickford in goal, Trippier left back, Mings, Stones centre back, Carl Walker right back, Rice and Phillips in the DM in the 2 positions, 4-2-3-1. Foden on the right, Mount in the 10, Sterling on the left, interesting there, and Kane through the middle, which we all expected. But no Chilwell in the squad, no Sancho in the squad, Grealish on the bench, 2 goalkeepers on the bench, Jordan Henderson on the bench, Reece James on the bench. Very, very interesting team. But I guess Southgate's thinking, I'm going to start off defensively, try and maybe win this game 1-2-0. Don't try and score too many goals, because the first game of the tournament, if you get off to a good start, it can give the whole group of players a boost of confidence. And if you lose or draw, it may, depends on what the opposition is, it may dent your confidence going into the games ahead. But yeah, kickoff is about to start. We'll change this little ticker along the bottom. Give us a second, lads or girls, whoever's in it watching. England 0, Croatia 0, and then we'll set that in a minute. We'll have a space between those. Oh no, I've done the wrong button. 0, there we go, 0-0. England versus Croatia. Pick that off the moment the game starts. So Croatian lineup is literally, I don't know, I'll read out the players you know: Perisic, Rebic, Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic. So Modric, Kovacic in the number 8, Brozovic in the DM, Perisic on the left, Rebic for the middle. And then, yeah, a few little players here, there, everywhere. But the first ball is about to be kicked at Wembley. Your first game at Wembley, the first tournament. Got a lot of players, fans, ex-players, sorry, fans, also your current players watching all over Europe. Big game for Phil Foden. Young Phil Foden right there, out on the right. Could be key today if we're going to win this game. Most likely will be one of the attackers who score, but you never know. And yeah, still got the Belgium-Russia thing, so we streamed that yesterday. But yeah, now kickoff just about to start. I'm watching on BBC iPlayer, so I don't know how far that is behind because it's 2 o'clock. Usually the ball would have been kicked by now. But yeah, as I say that, the ball has just been... Is it going to be kicked? Ooh, I'm waiting. Oh, they're just doing the nil. Yeah, the Black Lives Matter thing where they go on one knee. They're doing that. And then the kickoff is... Come on, ref. Now. And we are underway in the first game for England in the European Championships. Ball booted up long over to Harry Kane. And it is out for a Croatian throw-in already. So yeah, let's just see how this game goes so far. High sense. They're doing a lot to do with the Euros, scoreboards, etc, etc, etc. And yeah, the lighting is a bit weird because I've got a shadow sort of over my head. And it's to do with the light. I got my softbox light there, and then of course the light coming in from the outdoors because the light's got to come from the outdoors. But Guy Mowbray and Jermaine Genius are your commentators if you are listening to it on BBC. Sterling out on the left, Foden on the right. I think that's right. Although Foden is arguably better out on the left, and he has played out there predominantly for Man City, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong if you are a Man City fan, but Sterling's best position is out on the left. When he plays on the right, he's never as effective. That's the same with a lot of our players. Grealish never plays out on the right. Rashford never plays out on the right, and when he does, he's not as good. But that's why Sancho, not even included in the squad, and we've got 2 keepers on the bench. He's very conservative. You can tell. He's thinking if one of our keepers gets injured, then we're going to stick one in the goal. But we've got to have another one. What happens if he gets injured? But most likely that won't happen. Well, you never know. It probably might happen. You never know. But it's very conservative from Gareth Southgate. But anyway, England knocking the ball around at the moment into John Stones. Plays out to Kyle Walker. Plays the ball into Phil Foden. I guess there's a Man City link-up on that right-hand side. You've got Kyle Walker right back, John Stones centre-back, Phil Foden on the right. So I guess that works in tandem, really, because they've all got their little link together. And then, of course, you've got Declan Rice and Mason Mount almost playing, or got Rice in the DM, Mount in a 10. So I know Rice doesn't play for Chelsea, but he is good friends with Mason Mount. So I guess that chemistry can work. It might not work as much because you might be thinking, it's my mate. If I do something wrong, he's not going to have a go at me like someone I'm not really mates with, but also it can benefit you as you know what your mate's about, and also you maybe relish playing with them. John Stones on the ball at the moment, just playing it round over to Tyrone Mings, out to Kieran Trippier. Trippier playing it down all the way to Raheem Sterling, into Mason Mount, into Trippier, back. Just pass it around at the moment, England, just keeping the tempo going. Might put my headphone in just to listen to the commentary, but don't worry, lads. I've still got you guys on the thing. Let's get that headphone in. Turn the sound to about there. Yeah, you're not going to be able to hear that, guys, but I can still chat to you guys as well as listening to the commentary, because commentary can be important. And also, football is not the same without commentary. You may think differently, but I do think football without commentary is not as good. Just untangling the headphone wires at the moment, got to do that real fast. Slot that through there. Give me a second. That's really weird, but I'm just untangling the headphones. You see, it'd be nice to have like wireless headphones with these speakers, but no, we got these. And also, I can have one in and one out. So we got the right one in. Let's get the right one in. There we go. Got a bit of audio from there, and also I can talk to you guys at the same time. Let's move that a bit closer, just because then there's not as much slack on there, and it looks like I'm like that with my thing like coming out here. See this? Always a bit like that. Can you hear? Let's have a listen. You ain't hearing that unless you've got superb hearing, guys. Perisic on the ball. Out to Kovacic. Into Modric, the captain for Croatia. Can't give him much time on the ball. You know how effective he is. Perisic, flicking, turning. What's he going to do? Plays it in to the fullback. I don't know half the Croatian players. Whistle's gone in England's favour right there. Hit the ref. Understandable that Modric was angry there because he was about to run in Rebic and stuff, and they could have stuck the ball in the bottom corner. It is a drop ball. Just retaining possession, Croatia at the moment. Not too much going on. Just knocking it around. Ball right out to the right-hand side. Trippier. Oh, Vitalco. Throw ball quickly into Raheem Sterling. Back to Trippier. Zlatko Dalic, the coach. No one's in the moment, so there's not much too much talking, is there? Sterling's away in the number 10. Plays it to Phil Foden. He's one-on-one. Phil Foden. Oh, off the post. Oh, so close right there for England. Phil Foden was away. Raheem Sterling played him in and he hit the post. But the tempo's up. England. Calvin Phillips to Kyle Walker into Phil Foden. Phil, what a chance for Phil then. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant play. He cut inside on his left foot and almost bent it in the bottom corner. But, oh, it's so close. Quick counter-attack from England, almost opening the score in there. Mings, a lot of people don't rate Mings, but he is good on the ball, good technically. And yeah, he may not be the best defensively, but not going to play Chronico. I don't think he's good. And of course, you're missing Maguire, the main man in defence, along with John Stones. Kyle Walker gives the ball straight to Luka Modric. What has he done there? Very poor. Rebic kicks. Straight easy into the guys at Pickford. Very poor there from Kyle Walker giving the ball away. Then Jordan Pickford into Tyrone Mings. Mings into Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier, my hair is looking... It's all right. Nothing too much wrong. Anyway, Raheem Sterling's in. Bit too much on the ball and it goes out for a Croatian goal kick. I'm supporting Raheem Sterling. Doesn't feel right. But, you know, it's got to happen because what's more important at the moment is England winning this game. But, yeah, this counter-attack was swift. Sterling to Foden. Quickly cut inside. And then, hit the post. That would have been a brilliant way to open the scoring at the tournament. So close. No chance for the keeper in that situation. Oh. So close, so close. Also feels weird with this being in the middle of the ship. It feels weird because, you know, most club kits are on the outside. But then England retaining possession. What's happened there? Bit of scuffle waffle. Interesting stuff so far, but it has been good. Trippier out in his conventional position, but plays a beautiful ball down the line. Mason Mount over on the left-hand side of the pitch. Gets past Vida, the Croatian defender. What's he going to do? Passes it back to Sterling. Sterling got the ball. Sterling one-on-one. Tries to skip past. Ball into Mason Mount. Into Harry Kane. Would he allow for it? Sterling's in. Raheem Sterling. Penalty. Is it penalty? Goal. It's a corner. It's a corner. Solid tackle from the Croatian centre-back. Good play from England. Sterling, very well done there into Mason Mount. Fizzed it into Calvin Phillips, who is further up the pitch than Harry Kane. But yeah, Sterling had the ball. Good challenge, though, from the Croatian defender. If we look at it back, he won the ball just. Took a bit of the man as well, but he did win the ball. Anyway, a corner for England. Come on! Come on, England! Mason Mount ready to load the ammunition into the box. Good ball in. Bit deep, but... Matt Stones at the back. Calvin Phillips! Dries. Brilliant strike. Brilliant save from the Croatian goalkeeper there in England. Having chances earlier on in this match. Trippier. Into Declan Rice. Declan Rice just passing it around with Tyrone Mings just past the centre half line. No, just the half of the pitch. John Stones back to Kyle Walker. Kyle plays it over to Tyrone. You know, call them by their first name sometimes. Into Declan. Declan into Mason Mount. And now Mason Mount has got space to drive with the ball. And he's driving into Sterling. Spreff's got in the way. Just moved out the way, nicking time. Rice out to Walker. England really moving play around quickly now. Out to Phil Foden. He's one-on-one with a Croatian player. Passes it gently back to John Stones. Stones almost lost the ball then, but keeps possession into Kyle Walker. Back out to John Stones. Playing it around nicely at the moment, England. Keeping tempo going. Out to Phil Foden. Ooh. England throw line. That strike from Phillips. Oh, boy, did he hit that sweetly. Sweet, sweet, sweet strike. When the ball goes in, headed clear away by the Croatian player again. Calvin Phillips retains possession. Brilliant physicality from Calvin Phillips. Retains possession. Absolutely fantastic there. Holds off several Croatian players. Out to John Stones. John Stones. Over. Declan Rice is calling for it. Stones gently plays it into Mings, keeping the tempo going slightly. But what a start from England. And Calvin Phillips, fantastic so far in the opening 10 minutes. Sterling on the left. Into Mason Mount. Turns. Brilliant turn for Mason Mount. Into Calvin Phillips, who plays a ball out to Carl Walker. Poor touch. Should have controlled that there. And it goes out for Croatian throw-in. Livakovic. That's what he's called, the goalkeeper. Very busy so far in this game. Oof. Brilliant strike from Calvin Phillips. Sweetly hits that. Tyrone Mings. Out to Kieran Trippier. Trippier. Back to Pickford, who hasn't had much to do so far. No, they might have more to do later on in the tournament. Hoofs the ball. Brilliant goal kick. Almost Phil Foden was through then. Harry Kane touch. Out to Phil Foden. Foden cuts inside again on that left foot. Oh, almost played into the path of Mason Mount, but it wasn't sure whether it's Sterling or Mount's ball. Sterling into Mason Mount. Mount back to Sterling. Sterling into Phil Foden. Oh, close, but the Croatia win it back. And now they've got a bit of possession, Croatia on the ball. They're passing it around nicely. England in their shape, trying to keep their shape well. Pin Croatia in their half. Boos all the way around from the England fans. And Croatia kick it out of play. Brozovic kicks it straight out of play and an England throw. On the left-hand side of the pitch. England on the attacking down both sides so far. Not too much through the middle, but both on the right-hand side. Trippier is going to take the throw-in. Not the conventional left-back. Very weird, but if it works, fair play. Trippier sort of revitalised his career. He was an average right-back at Spurs, to say the least. Moved to Atletico Madrid, won La Liga, and I think he's played a pivotal role in doing that as well. Mason Mount's got the ball. Plays it to Trippier. Ball into Harry Kane, just over his head. Try and flicks it onto someone. Croatian player. Kane's chasing him. What's the Croatian player going to do with it? Harry Kane almost tackles him. He's trying to keep possession. Very calm on the ball there from the Croatian player. They're knocking it around nicely. Vasalko hoofs it up the pitch. It's easily. Rebic heads it back down. Into path of Mason Mount. Gets beaten. Luka Modric on the ball. Lays it off nicely. Pass. Thinks over. Croatia playing it around nicely at the moment and playing right through the England press. Modric, don't give him time on the ball. You know what he can do. You've seen it countless times over the years. But Croatia played very well there through the England press. And very, very steady in calming the tempo down because it was getting a bit intense, that first bit of the game. One viewer, we have one viewer who's joined the stream. I like that right now. But yeah, not too much going on so far. Well, that's just a lie, really. England have had a few opportunities. Now, at the moment, it's Croatia on the ball, retaining possession. But yeah, England started the game off really well. Calvin Phillips had a chance. Phil Foden hit the post. We had another chance earlier on. Sterling went down in the box, but it was a pretty fair challenge. Not too much in it. But yeah, overall good. And overall good so far for England. Now England have retained possession. The only problem, when Stones retrieves the ball, he doesn't look too much of going forward. He seems to almost want to just play it back to Tyrone Mings, which isn't exactly always the best opportunity. But anyway, Sterling's got the ball. And he's one-on-one with Vasalko. Mason Mount making an option for him. Not too much. Not too many runs going on there. Maybe Kane could have made a run through the middle. And Sterling could have played him through, but no. Mings on the ball at the moment. Tyrone Mings. What's he got? He's got time and space. Plays it into Mason Mount. Into Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling. Over to Tyrone Mings again. And England are just recycling play at the moment. Not doing too much with it. Do I need to tie my chair up a little bit? Maybe I do. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Stones got the ball, playing out to Tyrone Mings again. England just ticking over play at the moment. Trippier over to Tyrone Mings. Mings dinks a ball to Sterling, tries to play him in behind. Vasalko wins the header. Brozovic, calm on the ball, plays it back to Vida. who plays it over to the goalkeeper of Croatia, who set up the pitch. And Stones can easily clear it up and play it back to Jordan Pickford in goal. What's Pickford going to do here? Tells them to calm, tells them to move out wide. Spreading his play, and he hoofs out the pitch. As he does, tries to find Phil Foden, but is intercepted in midfield by Perisic. Brozovic into Rebic, tries to play, but Trippier was there to clear up the loose ball. John Stones on the ball right now, just passing it around into Declan Rice. Declan Rice into Mason Mount. Mount to Rice, just knocking it around nicely at the moment, England. Out to John Stones. John Stones on the ball, just casually rolling forward. Plays it out to Carl Walker. Back to John Stones. Not too much going on at the moment for England. They just got the ball, knocking it around. I guess they're saying to try and fashion open opportunity. Into Mount. Ooh, almost got there, and it would have almost played through Harry Kane. Phillips into Mount. Mason Mount turning the Croatian defender, and out to Raheem Sterling on the left. Sterling, Mount. Is he almost going to get to the byline? He cuts back onto his right foot. One-on-one with the Croatian defender. What's he going to do? Plays the ball in. It's deflected. Phil Foden misses out on the header to Kovacic. Modric takes it down. Trippier pressures him, and it's back out to Harry Kane. Loose. Ooh, almost got there. Calvin Phillips in again, and he is fouled. Oh, is he? Yeah, England free kick. A bit too far out to shoot, but you never know. Probably about 35 yards out. Phillips brought down from Brozovic. There wasn't too much in it because Phillips won the ball first, but then Kovacic, comes in, takes Phillips' legs out, and then wins the ball, which was unfair. And now England free kick. Yeah, it's too far out to shoot unless you're David Luiz. This is one of his main traits. But funny enough, we don't have David Luiz available to us. Is it going to be Trippier? Is it going to be Mason Mount? That could be a reason why Trippier started today, because of free kicks and set pieces, as opposed to Luke Shaw. But then you're not going to start any of your best backs through the tournament because of that. Mason Mount's good on set pieces. Jack Grealish, does he take set pieces? But I don't think he does. But it's going to be one of those two. And yeah, Reece James, he can hit one from range, but I don't know about set pieces. Thinks a ball into Harry Kane. And he heads it. Ooh, just behind. Was it a corner goal kick? Oh, goal kick for Croatia. Didn't really do too much from that opportunity there, England. He's offside. It was Mount who dinked it over the top. Kane almost got his head on it. I don't know what happened there. It was a scuffle-waffle. But yeah, was it Kane who got his head on it? No, it came off Rebic's bicep, sort of arm here, and is out for a goal kick. And of course, Kane was offside. But yeah, good start from England. Nice little dink ball in there from Mount. Out to Carl Walker. Jumps, misses, retrieves the ball, shields it well, and out for an England throw-in. Really well done there from Carl Walker. Rebic blocks off the easy option back to the centre-back. He's got the ball. Looking for an option. We've got to make moves. We've got to run. We've got to run around. We've got to give him an option. Calvin Phillips comes in. Carl Walker said he's going for a long throw, so Foden is down that line. Throws it really far down the line, almost to Kane. Didn't really challenge too much there. Now Foden's taking up that number 9 position. Kane sort of dropped out to the right. Guess Foden's a bit more nimble. Easier to get the press on. Anyway, Kane's got the ball here. Tries to skip past Croatian player. Gets tackled. Ooh, Foden's pressing. Kane and Foden pressing. Ooh, England almost win it back. Foden's got the ball. He's twisting. He's turning. Phil Foden playing really well here. Gets bodied off the ball there by Kovacic in the end. Guess physicality came into play there. But Calvin Phillips, I thought that was a brilliant brilliant so far from Calvin Phillips. He's determined to win every ball he goes to. Yeah, I guess that was a foul. Didn't win the ball. And Kovacic falls to the ground. But yeah, brilliant so far from England. It's what we like to see. Opening in the tournament. Really what we like to see. I guess you could say that about Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. Declan Rice is more stable. He's more composed in his tackles. Calvin Phillips likes to run in. But anyway, Mount's nicked the ball back, intercepts, cuts inside. Mason Mount plays it back to Trippier. Cuts back onto his right foot. Almost into Kane. Maybe if he was left-footed, he could have fizzed that in first time. But to be honest, there wasn't too many options in the box. Trippier to Mason Mount. Mount back over to Declan Rice. He's vacating the central defensive role at the moment. And as I've noticed so far, Rice is playing a lot deeper than Calvin Phillips. Yes, it's a 4-2-3-1, but Tyrone Mings, Stones, and Rice are almost forming as a back three. And then Calvin Phillips is playing very advanced up the pitch, almost as a number 10 at some stages. But Mings is often the deepest centre back. Yeah. So at the moment, we've almost Carl Walker, Stones, Rice, and Mings is back four. Trippier is very advanced up the left as well. Mount's drifting out. It's a lot. There's not too many players staying there in positions at the moment. Look, Mount's got to find the ball through. Beautiful ball to Raheem Sterling. He's kerning. Raheem Sterling thinks the ball. Oh, so close. Sterling could have hit it there on the first time on his left foot. We do not know because he didn't. Carl Walker reloads the ammunition. Poor ball in. Rebic beats Stones in the air, but it's out to Trippier. He plays it into Carl Walker. He's got his back facing the way England want to go. Carl Walker over to Tyrone Mings. Mings on the ball. Plays it out to Trippier. Trippier's on the ball on the left-hand side. Plays it into Mason Mount, who turns quickly, driving forward at speed. Cuts it back to Raheem Sterling. Over to Harry Kane, who's playing very deep, like you see for Tottenham. He drops in, picks up play, maybe looking for the runners in behind. Because so far, we have seen a lot of runners in behind. And they're not all Harry Kane, like a conventional striker would mostly make runs in behind. Tyrone Mings. Trippier. Back out to Tyrone Mings. Oh, yes, there is not a full capacity in this ground, but it's such a difference from playing with no fans. You can see them scattered around. They do make noise when something happens, and it's so much better with fans. It brings so much more life and vibrance to the game. Up to Raheem Sterling, but Vasalko wins it, and it is an England throw-in. Croatia haven't looked the best so far, but you never know. They might ease into the game, but England have got to take their chances. We don't want to Rudy's missed chances and Croatia come back into the game later on. But yeah, Trippier, just over Sterling's head. Kane chasing, pressing right to the goalkeeper. We've seen that a lot from England so far. The press is on. It's not super high press, but I guess the hot conditions play a part in that. But England are pressing. Calvin Phillips playing very advanced up the pitch. And it's almost not playing as a number 2 at times. Guess that's the way England are playing. It's almost like a 4-1-2-3 at the moment with Phillips and Mount almost varied. But maybe it's tactical from Southgate. Maybe he thinks deploy Phillips further up the pitch on that right-hand side and try and compress play. Because if Foden and Kane are pressing the centre-backs and Phillips is pressing the central defensive midfielder, you lose the ability to play it into them, which means it to go long. But a lot of teams do that, don't they? Man City, Liverpool. A lot of teams play it long, and when the centre-backs sweep it up and then reload the ammunition. So I guess that's the way a lot of teams play. And Southgate has sort of taken tips and tricks from that and deployed it into his own system. Back out to Vasalko on the right-hand side. Touch on his chest. Driving Vasalko forward. Driving the ball at his feet. Sterling harassing. Brings him down. Nothing much in that, apparently. No, England keep the ball. Sterling trips over now himself. Trippier sends it long to Kane. Tries and spins in behind. Being pressed now from Mount. Well done. Calm on the ball there from the Croatian player. Croatia now to Modric. Tries to turn Mount. Almost does. Not quite. What you get from Mason Mount is running. He will run and run and run and run and run and run and run. He's worked his socks off every game. Ooh. Was that fairly one? Yeah, no foul. Calvin Phillips into Foden. Back to Phillips. Into Harry Kane. Tries and flicks it onto Foden. He chases the ball. He doesn't give up on loose balls, Phil Foden. Really good play. And what Calvin Phillips brings to the team that maybe Declan Rice doesn't. Declan Rice is probably more defensively stable, but Phillips is passing ability. He's got a range of passes to his game. Long, short, input play balls and behind. And he also has a shot as well, as we've seen earlier on this half. Which is getting hot in my bedroom as well. Sweaty, my friend. I don't mean there's any way you guys are hearing that. I'll wake myself up on my phone a second and see if we are hearing this at all. No one in there, so. No one in there, so. Actually, you can hear it ever so slightly, but I don't know if that. I don't know what reasons for that. Maybe that's due to you. If it's someone in the chat now, can you hear the audio coming through here? Because it's not, I want to turn it down. I don't want to get copyright. There's BBC and stuff, but can you hear the audio coming through my headphones? The person in the video now, can you hear the audio coming through here? Brilliant from Phil Foden there. Just these. So the one person in the chat left, and I'm not equipped myself with tissues. Oh, that's a poor doing there. Just turn it on a notch, just for safety reasons. Damn, son, it's hay fever. I didn't take my hay fever tablet. Sterling sends it wide, very wide. Might go take a hay fever tablet at halftime, lads. Might actually, there's been a lot of people in at halftime, so I don't know when. But didn't bring any tissues. Why is there no tissues in my bedroom? I'll never know. Why can it hear? Like, how? Come on, lads. London's Croatian communities here. All the Croatian fans. We're from London. Playing today. Watching today. And that's things didn't even well. The hay fever is better up in my room than it is outdoors. But yeah, should have taken my hay fever tablet. Didn't run out of drink. Didn't take it. Bad idea. Into Vasalko. Into Rebic at this moment in time. Rebic over to Modric. Back to Rebic. Kovacic playing well at the moment. Trying to turn Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips, brilliant so far. Trippier almost made the challenge. Phillips now at left back. Ball played in. No. Oof. Croatia had a chance there. Well, arguably their first chance of the game. Which isn't obviously the best, is it, really? Let's have a little quick listen. Actually, you can hear it. Which isn't obviously the best, is it, really? Let's have a little quick listen. Actually, you can hear it. Which isn't obviously the best, is it, really? So a little quick listen. Actually, you can hear it. Which isn't obviously the best, is it? Philip Foden. Really good play. And what Calvin Phillips brings to the welcome, viewer. I'm just trying to listen to see if I can hear my my own audio in a way. Like if you can hear the noise in the background of the commentary, please do let me know. Obviously, you won't hear it now. Tell me if you can hear it now, just because of safety compulsory copyright reasons. But yeah, anyway, hay fever's running riot here, and so are England at this moment in time with 3 shots on target to 1. No, 3 attempts to 1 on target. But yeah, 60% possession to 40. Modric and Croatia, because Modric has been key to pretty much everything Croatia has done so far, are slowly easing their way into the game. Declan Rice is probably more defensively stable, but Phillips is passing mobility. He's got a range of passes to his game, long, short, in play balls and behind. And he also has a shot as well, as we've seen earlier on this half. Just getting hot in my bedroom as well. Sweaty, my friend. You actually can hear that ever so slightly. I don't know how you guys can hear that. I can hear it when listening back to myself. Listening slowly and quietly to this, very quietly, maybe not jump a touch. Probably can't make out what they're saying through the headphones. But yeah, so far 28 minutes into the game, England 0, Croatia 0. England have had a key chance. Calvin Phillips drove the ball on a volley, saved by the keeper. Phil Foden hit the post. They've had a few chances so far, and Croatia slowly easing their way into the game, and they've sort of withstood the early storm from England. So yeah, we'll see how that goes there. But yeah, sweating like no one's business. Sweating. Trippier into Declan Rice to Kieran Trippier. Ooh. Pickford plays it out to Carl Walker, the quicker of the two out of him and John Stones, obviously. At least he's playing a back 4. I'm not a back 5, which gives us a more chance to go attackingly. Use your left foot, mate. What is that? Drives all the way up the pitch and plays it over to Trippier. For little did he know Trippier wasn't making the run. He was asking for the ball to his feet, and it didn't work out at all. But yeah, just slowly easing our way into the game so far. Seeing how it goes. Down the line it goes. Tyrone Mings. Quick. strong. Guess that he brings a lot to his game. Rebic pushes him, but it is a goal kick for England. Not too much has gone on in the last 10 minutes or so. The early bit of the game, very exciting. Now it's slowly sort of to calm a little bit. But yeah, Tyrone Mings using his body there well, gets pushed by Rebic. Easily a goal kick. Nothing more so than that. He can appeal. Where does Rebic play for nowadays? Not too sure. Featuring Austria against North Macedonia and Netherlands versus Ukraine. But yeah, this is the one that we all want to watch, isn't it? Declan Rice got the ball. Play it into Kyle Walker. Who's it down the line? But out of play. He's been poor so far. Reece James could be an option for later games in the tournament if he keeps playing like this. Maybe even in this match, but a bit tight brain off a right back in it. First game of the tournament. Southgate trying to motivate his team. Harry Kane appealing for something or another. Raheem Sterling appealing. Phillips and Mount just checking their surroundings, make sure everything's going okay. But anyway, Croatia got the ball. Kane trying to track back and tackle. Croatia got possession of the ball at the moment. I'll be ruining these missed chances because we haven't really had a sniff in the last 10 minutes or so. 20 to 30, haven't done much. 0 to 20, done a lot. Have we worn ourselves out early doors? That is not what you want to do, is it? Need to go grab a drink as well at half time. We'll go at half time. Quick drink break. Oh, I need to get one of those. If I pay for this, something other, if I pay for, I can't remember what it was, StreamYard overlay. If you want to pay for it, look, you recommend overlays. I think you have to, look, that's a StreamYard overlay. We don't want that. You have to pay for your own one. And also if you want to get rid of the logo as well. But yeah, we got to have a look around. Backgrounds, you can have a background if you want. But yeah, it's fine so far. Don't want to do too much. Luka Modric got the ball. He's still dynamic. 35 years of age. He's still very dynamic on the ball, but I guess it's his low center of gravity and quality on the ball with technical. Of course, he is a Ballon d'Or winner, as much as you may dislike it. And maybe he didn't deserve to win it, but fair play to him because he was one of the best players that year. He's up there. I don't think he should have won it. Maybe Mo Salah, considering he returned. I know it's maybe a bit of Liverpool bias, but he returned back to England. 44 goals and 16 assists in the season. Almost winning the Champions League. It's superb considering the circumstances he was in. Chasing the ball, Harry Kane chasing Villa. I don't think it should be too much down to like Salah not winning trophies because it depends on the team you play. And that Liverpool team was good at tackling, not so good defensively. Yes, Van Dijk came in January, but still there was no Alisson. The fullbacks didn't really have too much game time, and we weren't like had the steady centre back pairing alongside Van Dijk. If they're beating in the midfield as well. But another important thing to note is that in that season, compared to the seasons prior, Liverpool were winning games like 5. They were basically outscoring the opposition. That was the only way they win. They wouldn't win conservatively. Also, you shouldn't put down to trophies because players can play for an average like Salah, Egypt. Egypt didn't do very well in the World Cup, but what do you expect? They're not exactly a team littered with world-class players. Salah is really their main player. And then you might have another player who plays in a really good team, but who's a good player. So it all varies. I don't think you should put it down to trophies, really. Like Harry Kane could be, no joke, Harry Kane could be up for a Ballon d'Or if he was playing in like a Man City or something. Because if you could have won the Champions League, won the Premier League, won countless trophies, win Golden Boot. If he wins you know what I'm trying to say? I don't think you can really put it down to who you're playing in the team because I think it's a bit unfair. But yeah, like if he was playing there. Anyway, Calvin Phillips plays it all the way down to Phil Foden. Beautiful touch. It's just elegance all over into Kyle Walker. Poor ball into Phil Foden. He has not been on the same wavelength as the other players so far, but Foden was annoyed there with him. But that touch from Phil Foden, he watches the ball come in, brings it, quick surveillance of the area, turns. Calvin Phillips passing. That's what's on about now. His passing ability is beautiful. Dog barking outside. Woof, 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 woof. Hoops the ball up the pitch. Kyle Walker into the Croatian play. He hasn't played well so far. Modric driving forward with the ball. Out to Perisic. Down to the fullback. He's made the run. Couldn't get past Kyle Walker there using his physicality. And he is absolutely rapid. Probably the quickest player on the whole entire pitch. Because he's got He's got the quick yards, especially when he gets going. Like Phil Foden, players like that, Sterling, they're quick over a certain amount of yards, but they're not as super duper fast when they get going. But yeah, I guess you want agile players, which is not as agile as like Phil. Pickford going for a long goal kick. I've seen we've done that a lot this tournament. Not too many going short. Maybe that is the way we want to play. About 800 cameras behind the goal. Maybe that's we want to play. Go long as opposed to go short. Maybe we find it easier to send out the pitch. But I think you should vary it. And maybe not as confident us playing out the back. But I think our players are capable enough to play out the back. Modric on the ball. He's capable enough to play anything. One of the best technical midfielders in the world, even at 35 years of age. Pressing, Vasako plays it in the line. England haven't had much of a sniff in the last quarter of an hour, but big stone, header from Stones, almost into the path of Phil Foden. Down the line, Tyrone Mings. Elbow planter on his head from Stones, maybe. Trippier's got the ball back out to Declan Rice. Declan Rice over into Calvin Phillips. Out to John Stones. John Stones got the ball. Where's he going? Back to Jordan Pickford in goal. Pickford calmly plays it to Tyrone Mings. And Tyrone Mings got the ball. Left foot centre back and left foot goalkeeper. I guess it benefits both ways. Having Tyrone Mings as a left centre back being left footed benefits because we don't really have many left foot centre backs. Maybe that could be another key why Gareth took him to the Euros. Into Declan Rice. Out to Trippier. Kieran Trippier into Mason Mount. Foden over there on the right, just vacating plays, dropping in a bit. He wants the ball. He's almost come to the halfway line. He's in line with the centre backs now. He wants the ball deep. He's not getting the ball further up the pitch. You see that a lot of times. Players drop deep when they're not getting much of the ball. Sterling's got the ball now, driving through the middle. Raheem Sterling. Where's he going with it? Into Phil Foden. Got crowded out massively in the centre. Mason Mount harassing the Croatian players. And they boot out the pitch to a little 1-2 into their strike. Who's that on the ball? But brilliant defending from Kyle Walker. One of his best bits of the half there. Stopping the play. Into Calvin Phillips. Out to Declan Rice. Raheem Sterling. We should create a banner saying I've gone to get a drink. Because that could be a key banner that we've got here. I've gone to get a drink. So then we can deploy that when it is needed, which would be at halftime. So I'm going to go grab a drink because all this talking, no fluid in the system, not good, not good. But I'm going to quickly go grab it because I feel like at halftime we'll have a lot more people in and on. Because people not watching the football at halftime. But anyway, Harry Kane hasn't done much so far. Calvin Phillips out to Kyle Walker, into Declan Rice, back to John Stones, plays it out wide to Mason Mount. Mason Mount on the ball, into Raheem Sterling. Sterling has played well so far, despite the critics thinking he shouldn't have played today. His experience, I guess, in tournaments. You don't want a too inexperienced team, especially like Maguire and Henderson who aren't playing. You want to include some other experienced players in the team. Trippier plays it down the line into Calvin Phillips, but he's offside. But you see how advanced Calvin Phillips is up pitch. He's making runs in behind when he's supposed to be at the end. Just offside. And that is key. Trippier being a right foot left back plays all the way through to Calvin Phillips. It is interesting. The New England shirts. It's nice. It's a nice little kit. You got the badge in the centre with the little 1 star for the World Cup win. And then you've got blue and red stripes down the either side. You can't really see them on camera, but either side there. And then you've got the collar. Not really a collar. It's more of a, what do they call it? Not turtleneck, crew neck. And that was called something or other like that. But yeah, that is what happened. Poof. Rebic. Offside for Rebic. Pretty dull the last 20 minutes. Open in 20 minutes. Beautiful football. Last 20. Bit dull. Bit dull if I say so myself. But yeah, he was a good few yards offside there, Rebic. I might go in for my drink in about 45, like before the added time. So then when I come back, should be ready for a little second half chat and I'll review on the first half. when we have people in here, because there's no one in here at the moment, because I could really literally say what I like if I wanted to, but not. Calvin Phillips, beautiful pass to Kyle Walker on the ball there. Just kicks it straight out of play. He just hasn't been that great this first half. Boiling out. Everyone's in their t-shirts. You can see like on the camera that little fuzzy stuff. Croatia got the ball, playing it around nicely at the moment. Croatia, Modric on the ball, their dictator in midfield. Brozovic. There's a ball throughout left. Kyle Walker gets pushed back into the gloves of Jordan Pickford. So Jordan Henderson may be needed in the second half. You never know. You never know. I want him to come on. You never know. You might need another Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish has come on. You bring off Sterling. Foden is probably the better player in form at the moment, and also Sterling is not very good out on the right, and Jack Grealish's position is the left. You don't bring off Mount because of what he offers others. Oh, Sterling's in. Raheem Sterling. Is he brought down? Handball for Sterling and a yellow card links more to maybe why he might come. Wait, is it? Who handled it? Handball from the Croatian player. This is where James Ward-Prowse would be key. Yes, he may have not started this game, but he would be key. And then maybe that's why Kieran Trippier is playing. And if he scores the free kick, I don't blame. Harry Kane, possibly. Mason Mount. Yeah, it's going to be Trippier or Mount taking this free kick. Big free kick here, big free kick here. It looks like it's going to be Trippier the way he stood up. Oh, straight at the wall. Shame it's not big on everyone dipping in. There it's quickly and throwing into Raheem Sterling. Oh, push. Against that time. He didn't get much whip over the wall. Eek. Parasite. Add one there. A little bit of dodgy teeth. It feels a bit in my mind. It gave it a little while, and it feels a bit different. But yeah, it still looks the way it normally does. It's a Mount. Blocked off the ball by Modric in his Croatian throw. Let's get off gone for a drink. Up in a minute. And then we'll continue from there whilst I go get a bit of fluid in the system. Turn the camera off. Yeah, it still stays on the screen. Just checking, just checking. Circle on the ball on the right-hand side. Into Luka Modric. Out to Kovacic. Driving forward with the ball. That's what he's key, but really good there from John Stone. Kyle Walker's rapid pace coming into hand there, but their left back was quicker. Rebic into him. Oh, Croatia got a ball and he's in. Tyrone Mings, brilliant. Stopped like a wall, put his body in the way, won the ball. He wasn't going to give anything away there. They came flying at him like a ton of bricks. Perisic was running, but Tyrone Mings saw the loose ball, stopped well. I'm going to grab a drink. So in about a minute, I'll go grab a drink. Harry Kane tussling, wins it. Ooh, Foden was almost in then. Oh, half time, no added time. Interesting. I thought there might be a minute also. But yeah, but now it is time. It's time for me to go grab a bit of fluid, a bit of drink, because thirsty, very thirsty. So let's whip up this little banner that I created mid-half. And it basically explains what I'm going to go. I'm going live for a few minutes so I can show my own comment. In a few minutes, alright. But yeah, here we go. So we go up to banners. And we'll go over to I've gone to get a drink. And then, yeah. See you in a bit, guys, because I've going to get a drink. I'll be back there very soon. Let's put this little thing on here. Now, let me put the Leeds background on. Just turn the camera off real fast. There we go. I have returned. So yes, I did. Oh, I've gone to get a drink. And the drink I got was Anthony Joshua Lucas. Hey, once again, I always have this drink. One of my favourite drinks. Got to revitalise, replenish the salts that have been lost from chatting away at this game. Yeah, that's what I've gone to get. But anyway, back to the football talk. So, my review on this first half was very interesting. So basically, first 20 minutes, we were very good, very dynamic, created lots of chances. And then from around the 20-minute mark to half-time, we just stopped creating chances constantly. And Croatia sort of eased into the game. Didn't really do much from then, apart from the free kick that Trippier hit, and it hit the wall. But Calvin Phillips, they're talking about him now, and I picked up in the first half. Declan Rice was sitting in the DM position. And then Calvin Phillips, well, Declan Rice was almost in the DM as part of a back three with Mings and Stones either side. I mean, of course, you had the fullbacks, which are it's almost a back three with two wing backs. Then you had Mount, who was drifting out to the left predominantly, and then Calvin Phillips almost drifting out to the right. So it was almost like you had Sterling, Mount, and Kane on the left as sort of like a three, and then it's almost if you had Foden, Kane, and Calvin Phillips on the right as a three. So then you had a solid back line and then each side could attack with 3 players. But Calvin Phillips, he wasn't really playing as a DM. He was making runs in to the left. He was making runs into the right. He was making runs through the middle. Calvin Phillips tackling in his passing ability is very good, which he might not be as good as defensively as Declan Rice, but he has good passing ability. And Jake says, it was a decent first half, I meant. It was a decent first half, in my opinion. Yeah, it was decent. We started off well. Calvin Phillips had a chance. Foden hit the post. Sterling went down. We had 3 kicks, but I feel like we almost wore ourselves out in the first bit of the first half. We started off really strong, really brightly, didn't score, and then Croatia sort of eased their way into the game. But yeah, Calvin Phillips took off taking a different dynamic this half. And Kyle Walker's been a bit debatable. Trippier on that right-hand side, though. Left-hand side. I think he's been really good because he's almost, as he's right-footed, he's almost played balls through as opposed to like whip them in. So it's almost like harder for the defenders to cover themselves. But there's a few times when he could have fizzed the ball in on his left foot, but he had to cut back onto his right one, which wasn't as good. But yeah, it was a decent first half, Jake. You're all right there. I've seen that we could do better in the second half, though, in the terms of putting our chances away and keeping the tempo up for a half. Because at least the players know that the second half is the last half of the match, because there's only 2 halves, obviously. So maybe they can keep going for that bit of the game. But yeah, just see how it goes. They're talking at the moment about Tyrone Mings as well as Calvin Phillips, who both of them, I think, have played really well in the first half. Top stuff from both of them. Balls, both of them have very good passability. What's Jake said? If I was Southgate, I'd bring Grealish and Sterling off. Yeah, I was saying that in the first half as well, mate. I agree with you there. Because basically, you're right. If you think about it, Sterling has had a good season in the senses of he's contributed to goals and assists. But if you've watched him play, he hasn't been as good as he has in recent years. And also, you're not going to take Foden off because Foden's on the right. Grealish is best positions on the left. So if you're going to take Foden off, you move Sterling to the right, but Sterling is nowhere near as good on the right as he is on the left. That makes sense. But yeah, I think you could bring Grealish on. He could offer a different dynamic. And only if we had James Ward-Prowse. The amount of free kicks, we had a free kick there. We had a free kick earlier on, I'm pretty sure. I know he probably wouldn't have started this game, but he is so good from set pieces. He's probably the best in England at it. Even better than Kevin De Bruyne, who's really good at set pieces. But James Ward-Prowse is superb from them, and I don't know why we didn't bring him into the team. But yeah, interesting. Second half, yeah, I reckon Jack Grealish is going to come on at some point. Maybe Jordan Henderson to freshen things up. And then you could obviously bring on the likes of Rashford if need be. But yeah, I think we'll see Jack Grealish at some point. We need to. He's probably our best player bar Kane in terms of creating chances and stuff. Because I just think he's exceptional, Jack Grealish. But yeah, not too much to say. Let's have a look at the first half stats. So if we knock over to this screen right here, and we whip up here. So possession. England have dominated possession, 58% to 42. They had more shots, same on target, which is disappointing considering how we started off the game very, very well. Corners 1, fouls 3, equal to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it really to talk about. That is a lot of viewers on this page, 241,000. Considering there's 65 million in the UK, and there's probably, I don't know, 10 million fans of football, you never know, maybe a bit more. And then that many are just on this page. It's quite good. But yeah, England versus Croatia, 3 lines, dominate but no goals. That is a brilliant way to sum up how the first half went. Domination for the majority, maybe the first 20, 25 at push. And yeah, a bit less after that. But yeah, but no goals. And we don't want to make that happen for the rest of the tournament. But yeah, they're talking about Scotland now. Bit of Andy Robertson right there. Gotta love my Liverpool lad. Shea Adams, stuff like that. And Scotland have got a decent outfit. Compared to Wales, I'd say Wales have got better attacking line. But I think Scotland have got better defensive line because, yes, Wales have got Metham, Rodon, Ben Davies, Nico Williams, all good defenders in their own rights. But Scotland have got, of course, Kieran Tierney, Andy Robertson, 2 outstanding, in my opinion, especially Robertson. Left backs, obviously, Kieran Tierney plays like that there, which are better than any of the Wales defenders on their day. And then Greg Hanley, who isn't exactly a world beater at centre back, but he does play for Norwich and has pretty much played every game in their promotion campaign. And then you've got attacking wise, yes, you've got Shea Adams, but you can't compare that to Bale Brooks, Harry Wilson, Keith Moore, Aaron Ramsey. That is a completely different prospect altogether. But yeah, not too much to say. Anyone put in the chat? If anyone, probably Jake, anyone watching, it didn't surprise me that not many people want to watch an England stream because everyone's probably sat around their TVs with their families, which I will do for future games. But yeah, glad to see some of you come on at points through the half, points at halftime, etc., etc. And my player of the match so far, probably, I'm gonna say Calvin Phillips. He's been here, there, everywhere, making runs, dynamic tackles, passing. He's been my best player so far. Alex Scott and someone else talking now, so another woman talking by the touchline, and it is half time. England 0, Croatia 0. I'm not changing it to half time. Not too many people watching, and also it's just gonna have to delete it in a minute because half starts in a few minutes' time. That's when I can notch back in the headphones and have a listen to the commentary because commentary is good, very good. You've got to love. You can't go wrong with a bit of commentary. It makes the game a bit more exciting. You get more feels in the game. But yeah, see how the second half goes, and we must profit in the second half. All this domination cannot result in 0 goals. Liverpool this season, we dominated countless games and then we didn't score. I don't want to see the same for England. Don't want to see the same. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully we can repeat the first 20 minutes of the first half and the second half. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. If we can do that, open the second half with the first 20 minutes and continue it throughout the whole half, we've got to score. Realistically, with the chances we had, we were creating a fair few. Foden hitting the post. There was another one where I think it was Foden had the ball, plays it across. All he wanted to do was Mount to run onto it and smash it in the goal. It was almost 2 in front of Mount, and then Sterling was like, do I go to it? It's 2 behind Raheem Sterling. But yeah, good point there. If we can repeat that, we should score. Not saying we are, but we should score. And then we've got to just keep Croatia at bay because although they haven't played the best, they've got Rebic, Modric, Kovacic, Perisic. They're still quality players on their day. So we got to be aware of that and see how it goes. And interestingly, Frank Lampard is in the BBC Sport talking to Lineker, Shearer and Ferdinand. Sacked from Chelsea, back on the punditry. Maybe he will be a pundit in the future, you don't know. Or maybe he's going to take up another job. Because there is a few vacant jobs around, isn't there? Palace, Wolves. I don't know if either of them family managers, but there's 2 vacant jobs there. You might hop onto one of those. Decent project for them. Maybe he'd be allowed more time. Because what I've seen from him at Chelsea is... he was good. He was a good manager. He played good attacking football. The only problem was he didn't really... I don't know how tactically he was good because he started playing players in the wrong position and Chelsea never really saw out games and stuff. But yeah, Tuchel's obviously a different proposition altogether. But what was your final prediction? I'm not going to predict because a lot of times I've predicted games and it's gone the opposite way. But if we play like this, we should win. But yeah, I'm not too sure. But we'll see how it goes. See how it goes, mate. See how it goes. Along with Alan Shearer in the studio as well. Top scorer all time in the Premier League. Clinical striker. Rio Ferdinand. Also another top centre-back, as much as I dislike him. And, wait, hold on. I thought Rio Ferdinand's streaming this on his YouTube channel. Maybe he was, but not with him. And Gary Lineker. And they would have all been involved in this England team. Lampard would have gone to the midfield. Ferdinand would have gone to centre-back. If there was the likes of Scholes, Gerrard, they would have got in the team as well. And then Lineker and Shearer, maybe not quite as good as Kane. They offer different things, they don't know. So you could obviously debate that. But yeah, hashtag EngCrow. England, Croatia. Second half about to start in 1 minute. England 0, Croatia 0. And we'll watch the first half here. Do a little watch along if you've just joined or if you just stayed on here. Just see how it goes. Oof, hit the post there. Agonizingly close that was. Countless chances in the first half. Yes, we had 3 attempts, but realistically we had more than that if you equate to half chances if you bring those into the equation. It's also a good time this because it's not too late on in the day, like a 4 o'clock start where people are a bit more tired. 2 o'clock's, you had your lunch, you chill out, you sit home, you put the football on, and that's your afternoon watching the football. And then you can sit back, relax, and probably watch Netherlands versus Ukraine later on, just as like a little rest. And obviously, the whole of the England fan base is either going to be in a good mood or a bad mood when watching that game, if they do watch that game. Hold on a second, guys. No, don't worry. I just thought there was someone at the door because I am home by myself at the moment. But yes, there is no one at the door. Croatia players walking back out now along with the England ones. Well, England aren't behind them because of COVID stuff. They can't both walk out at the same time, or do they that usually? But yeah, come on England, come on England, mate. Let's get back into the second half. Let's start strong, start the way we did in the first half, and get goals. Most importantly, get goals because that's what we didn't do in the first half. Come on England, come on, just gets in my ear. This is the. Tell me if you can hear this because I can't hear. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Knock it there. Gone to get a drink. Let's get rid of that because I'm no longer gone to get a drink. I have finally successfully got my beautiful drink here, which I do love. Anthony Joshua Luke say, stay humble. Yeah, do stay humble. You can have cockiness, you can have confidence, but there's got to be a ceiling that you don't pass. You don't get arrogant. You can know you're good at football. But if you start saying you're better than everyone else for a reason, some players get away with it. Like Zlatan, he talks all the and stuff, but people just respect him because he's so arrogant. But players who are like, yeah, he's not as good as me, but who also you got to back it up as well. That's a big point as well. Anyway, second half kicks off now. Croatia versus England. Second half, England attacking that way on the TV, and Croatia attacking that way on my monitor, should I say. No, not. I'm not watching them both monitor and TV, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, Croatia knocking it around quite nicely at the moment. England doing the usual pressing, but beautiful play there from their left back. Has he got the yard on John Stones? John Stones using his physicality and pace. Most importantly, give us our fantasy points. Oh, yes. That is another thing. Because I'd rather England win the Euros and not win anything in fantasy. But, obviously, fantasy, FPL, you get me, Fantasy Premier League. If Kane would get to score a few goals, that would be nice. Like, England winning's here, priority. And then, like, you can have bonuses as well with Kane scoring. But, yeah, Stones running at his top speed then. Pretty sure. Kai Mabry and Jermaine Genius as your commentators. One first half effort on target for either side. It just said, considering England look by far the more dominant force, especially in the early stages. That was never a foul. Too soft. Game's gone soft. Cam Phillips there instead. I guess they kind of did sort of like both lean on. Who's this? Can't really say his name. It's not saying his shirt. So one of the Croatian players. Kovacic, very dynamic midfielder. Croatia's midfield is one of the best in the tournament based on balance. I wouldn't say it's necessarily one of the best based on quality, but Modric, brilliant at passing, brilliant technically. Okay, see you later. I'm going to watch it with my family. No worries, Jake, mate. Have fun. And I'll chat to you if you come back on the stream after the first half is finished. But yeah, second half, sorry. Modric is passing ability, technical ability on the ball. Kovacic with his driving runs through midfield. And then you've got Brozovic, who's sort of the general in there. That is three very good midfielders there. And it's a solid base. Germany's midfield is superb. Kimmich, Gundogan, Goretzka, Kroos, top players. France's midfield, Pogba, who's actually good for France. Kante, one of the best midfielders on the planet. And who's the other one they have in there? Maybe you could include Ndombele, even though he's not playing. He's top player as well. But yeah, there's a lot of things. Anyway, Phil Foden's got the ball. Yellow card. Maybe Phil Foden wanted to play the advantage, but he did not. And it's a booking. He brought Mason Mount. Took him out. Kane's coming over doing his captain duties, even though Henderson should be the captain. Oof. Two Chelsea boys there. Two now close to our friends. But yeah, yellow card for. What even is it? Mateo Kovacic. There it is. I might call him even Kovacic. That's Rakitic. But yeah, solid midfield. It distorts me when I go out here. That's right. That's actually that's good lighting. Bit dips in quality there. Raheem Sterling on the ball, cuts inside. Wrestler Vasalko wins the ball, kicks out in the field. Let's just double check on the YouTube. Who is streaming this game? Is a view from the stands streaming? It is a view from the stands streaming this game. Let's have a look. No, he's not. Yeah, let's just leave it. Let's concentrate on ourselves and what we're doing here on the channel. Jordan Henson, love you, man. Love you, mate. France versus Germany, we might be streaming in the week. Could be a good game to stream as well. England got the tempo. The Salco. Ooh, come running out of goal. Pickford into Mount, flicks it on, trying to find Sterling, and it is a throw in to Son. It was Trippier almost tried to head it back to it was close. Rebic was almost going to get there. He just slices out of the pitch. Yeah, he was saying sorry, apologetic. That's what we like to see. Three lines on the shirt. Tyrone Mings got the ball. Plays it over to John Stones. John Stones over to Carl Walker. Plays it into back to John Stones. That little Man City link up there. Out to Tyrone Mings. Mings over to Trippier as a right back player and left back. Back over to Mings. Into John Stones. Stones got the ball. Over to Tyrone Mings. Back out to Kieran Trippier. Into Declan Rice. England just playing the ball around calmly at the moment, keeping hold of the ball. And off he goes with John Stones into Harry Kane. He's got the ability to turn. Harry Kane hasn't done much so far this game. He hasn't created chances. He hasn't been his usual self. Maybe he's got other things on his mind. Obviously, his friend yesterday, Chris Eriksson, with the unfortunate event that happened to him. But at least he's okay, apparently, in hospital, in a stable condition, which is really good. But yeah, that could be on his mind, which is a fair point. But also, it could be down to transfer speculation. He's thinking about, where am I going to be after the Euros? Am I going to be at Tottenham? Am I going to be at City? Where am I going to be playing my football? Out wide, Croatia on the attack. Salko into Luka Modric. Knocking it around nicely at the moment, Croatia. Kovacic spins, turns. Back out to right, but quickly nicked off Vasalko by Kieran Trippier. He's driving forward at speed. Turns back. Looking for options. There isn't any. But there's no options, but he keeps on going. Plays it into Harry Kane, who plays it out to Phil Foden. Foden driving at the defence. Phil Foden, he's got a couple of players to get past. Cuts it back to Carl Walker. Back out to Phil Foden. He's 1-on-1 again. Back to Carl Walker. It's Man City link up back to John Stones. Disappointing to see that we're retreating, but at least we're retaining possession. Down the line, Raheem Sterling's on the ball. Sterling into Trippier. Fizzes the ball into Kane. He's on the turn. Harry Kane tries to play for Raheem Sterling, but the ball wasn't great. Could he be taking the shot, most importantly? Out to the other centre back. Plays it out to Brozovic. Is he? Centre back. We're down no danger on offering. Luka Modric back in there. Knocking it around nicely at the moment, Croatia. England not really pressing, maybe having a little breather. Bit of competition there with Sterling and Modric. They drive forward with the ball, Croatia. Plays out wide to Perisic, who's on the ball. He's got time and space. Cuts it back. Confidence bypass Declan Rice. Trying to use his position. Blocks off the passing opportunity very well there. Ooh. Big strike from Luka Modric. Spills it slightly Pickford, but maybe that's just to dampen the power. I knew there was no one in front of him. Declan Rice out to Kieran Trippier. Trippier into Declan Rice. Rice turns. Playing deep. Heavy touch. Quickly out to Kyle Walker. Plays it into Phil Foden. Foden back to John Stones. Foden playing really deep. Wants to get on the ball. Plays it into Calvin Phillips, whose passing ability is really good in my opinion. One of the best in the team. That's what he offers, passing ability. Out wide to Raheem Sterling. Is it still in play? No, it's not. First 10 minutes haven't been the best this half. Jack Grealish seems to be warming up. Maybe we'll see Jack Grealish in 5-10 minutes time. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll. Maybe. Calvin Phillips got the ball into John Stones. Walker's got to make that dynamic run through. He's in the ball over the top with two, not keeping play going fast enough. John Stones on the ball. Stones. Into Harry Kane, to Calvin Phillips. Out to Tyrone Mings, Kieran Trippier. Raheem Sterling. Back to Trippier. Back to Tyrone Mings. John Stones. Calvin Phillips. He's in. He's got to play through. Sterling. Yes! Get in there! Come on! Get in there, Raheem Sterling scores. England 1, Croatia 0. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff right here. He spotted the pass. He played him through. And oh, you knew what the end result was going to be. Knocked it past the keeper, deflected in, but 1-0 England here. Raheem Sterling opens the scoring. He has his critics. I very much dislike him, but he has opened the scoring here. Come on. Get in there, my son. Absolutely get in there. I was being a bit quiet there with my shout because I had a van put up outside and I'm home alone and I don't want to go down and answer the door and stuff because then I'm streaming, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant from Calvin Phillips. Play Sterling through. Past the keeper. England 1, Croatia 0. Get in there, my son. Absolutely get in there. Come on. Absolutely brilliant. That good inverted run that he made through. Dynamic as well. Brilliant stuff. Superb. 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 Well in there from Trippier. Get back into your groups of 6. But what a goal that was. The inverted run he made, though, it was the way he got the Calvin Phillips got the ball, saw Sterling making an inverted run from out to in, and he calmly put past the keeper. Bit of a deflection, but absolutely brilliant. Come on, England. Let's get another. Let's try and put Croatia on, get Croatia under the cosh here, because we did start the first half really well, and the second half's been a bit of a slow start. But yeah, come on, England. Calvin Phillips been brilliant so far this game. Absolutely brilliant. Kept tempo going. Yes, he's given away a few fouls, but he's a defensive midfielder, although he hasn't really much been playing him. So advanced up the pitch. Rice has been the deepest by far. Declan Rice has been sometimes 40, 50 yards away from Declan Rice. It's been ridiculous. But yeah, I guess it's the way England play, their tactics, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, brilliant so far. Come on! Declan Rice. Over to John Stones. Into Calvin Phillips. Out to Carl Walker. Carl Walker. Into John Stones. John Stones. Over to Tyrone Mings. Mings into Declan Rice. Declan Rice out to Trippier. Just knocking around a moment. Croatia look tired. They've been running around ragged as well as England, but when you're on the ball, it gives you maybe a bit of an adrenaline boost. Sterling into Calvin Phillips. Back out to Trippier. Mount's got space out on the left. Mason Mount. Into Trippier. Back out to Declan Rice. Just recycling play at the moment, England. Not doing too much. Into John Stones. John Stones has got the ball. Into Calvin Phillips. Phillips. Out to John Stones. John Stones. Into Harry Kane. Was he fouled? Yes, he was, but England played the advantage. Carl Walker got the ball now into Kane's feet. Kane turns, holds off Brozovic using his physicality, and it is a foul and a free kick for England. Very deep. Not too, you can't really create a chance on this, but I guess they'll just get play going again. Beautiful ball out to Mason Mount. Don't know who played that. Mason Mount's now one-on-one with the defender, tries and skips inside, but brilliant tackle from Vasalko, but Mason Mount doesn't give up on it and wins the ball back fairly. Into Kieran Trippier. Back to Declan Rice. England just recycling play at the moment. Calvin Phillips trying to fashion another opening. Has that goal given England the confidence to go and score more? John Stones into Phil Foden. Into Raheem Sterling. Out to Mason Mount on the left-hand side. He dinks a ball in. Harry Kane! Oh, how has he missed that? Oh, so close. He's hurt himself. I think he's ran straight into the far post. But how did he miss that chance? Let's have a look. You almost put your house on him putting that away. It was Declan Rice. Oh, he just got underneath the ball and put it over the bar. But what a ball in from Mount on his left foot. He saw him running at the back post, but he didn't get the right connection on it and went flying and hit this part of his body, shoulder to chest bit, right into the near post. That ball in from Mount was quality. See my fantasy team as well. It would have got me some fantasy points as well as another 2-goal lead. But let's hope he's okay. Let's hope Harry Kane is okay. Sterling's chance was harder though, but to be fair, you're not going to score every one. He's on the floor at the moment. He's being treated to Harry Kane. Could just be winded like they've stated, so... Calvin Phillips, brilliant there. Skips past players and the pass on his left foot. Because he's right-footed, you think he's going to play it through and he just knocks it through on his left foot. Fans are going nuts for that goal, but that's... Sure, he's alright. Yeah, Kane's alright. He's just about to come on the pitch when we resume. But yeah, it was a very, very good chance that Kane should have put away there. Brilliant ball from Mason Mount on his left foot. Should have stopped that on the back of that. Come on, Sterling. Keep pressing. Kane, keep pressing. Foden, don't give up. You've got the bit between your teeth now. Let's go and get a second. Pressing all quickly. We force them into mistakes. Foden, brilliant there to Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips into Phil Foden, but gets pushed off the ball. So the one thing Foden has to his game that obviously doesn't go against, that goes against him is his physicality. He's not physically strong to hold off players. Maybe, of course, obviously, as he develops and grows older, he can become a bit more physical. I'm saying that, he just bodies some player into the ground. Is he all right? But yeah, as he gets older, he should become physically stronger and bigger. Yellow card for Foden. Yeah, see, if you had Sancho currently now playing for you, you would take Foden off, bring on Sancho, take Sterling off, bring on Grealish, but you got Sterling and Rashford aren't good out on the right, and Foden's on the yellow, so it's kind of like you want to bring on Grealish as well. So realistically, it's not a good scenario you're in when you have the Sancho on the bench. Maybe didn't press enough in training or whatever. Kane's got the ball here into Raheem Sterling. Look at Phil Foden. Look at Foden. Sterling, well done. Skips past one. Tries to skip past another, but a fair challenge there for the Croatian player. Oh la la. Ball in. Ooh, blocked by Raheem Sterling. Declan Rice one-on-one. Trying to defend Modric. Fasalco plays it in. Declan Rice heads it clear. Kovacic, no. Rebic sends it wide. Close there. Very close. Croatia could have fashioned an opening. Very tight there. Brilliant block from John Stones there. John Stones. Beautiful dink pass into the Phil Foden, but just out of play. Tempo's dropped a little bit. England had a bit between their teeth after the goal went in, but tempo has dropped. Oh, while Mount snicks it back. And Mason Mount is on the attack now, and he's driving. He's looking for runners left and right of him, Sterling and Kane. And he gets fouled. Throws a free kick. Yellow card. Free kick outside the box for England. The options, there were runners left and right, Sterling and Kane being both of them, but they weren't really in the best positions for that. So Brozovic just brings Mason Mount, pulls on him. It wasn't much in it, but it's a free kick, and we'll take that. Mason Mount really wants this. Maybe because Trippier took the one earlier on. Mount goes, I'm going to take this one. Some people got in their fantasy team. I haven't. But if he's going to get England a 2-goal lead, I'll let off. Big moment. Ooh, narrowly over the bar. He was going for the far top left corner, and it just went over the bar. Interesting so far though from England. Not too much has gone on from when that goal went in. Marcus Rashford is coming on, I assume, for Foden. Hay fever. It's not good hay fever. Trust me, if you've had it, you don't like it because you just sneeze and your eyes get itchy and your nose goes bloody and it's all of those accumulate together. Don't work out very nicely for you. I wonder who's going to come off the pitch. Probably Foden, but because he's booked as well. Foden present. Callum Phillips Pressing. Foden maybe sees Rashford's coming on. Think, oh, I'm going to try and put a hard yard in. Croatia corner. Just approaching the 70th minute mark here. Can't England. We've got the aerial ability over Croatia. You've got the likes of Mings, Stones, Kane, Declan Rice. Ooh, out the edge of the box. Sweetly struck by Brozovic, but narrowly wide. Right, fair enough. It was more than narrowly wide, but it was close. Vlasic coming on, Brozovic coming off. And Kramaric coming off, and Bricado coming on. So fresh changes there for Croatia, and now Gareth looks like he's going to bring on his. He looks like Pedro Neto, he does. Maybe Gareth is going to bring on the take off Phil Foden, who has had a decent game, hitting the post earlier on. On comes Marcus Rashford, who's probably going to play on that right hand side. Mings into Raheem Sterling, out to Mason Mount, back to Trippier over to Declan Rice, back to the goalkeeper, Mings, turns, well from Tyro Mings, plays it out to Trippier, into Declan Rice, really good play here from England, into Harry Kane, who lays it off, bit too, Mount keeps it in play just, no, out for a friend. Basalco, or whoever, driving forward, plays it into Kovacic. Sees the ball over the top. Walker, that's yours. Brilliant header. Uses his pace. Hoofs it down the line. Rashford's chasing. Ooh. Challenge. Kovacic receives the ball. Plays it over to Luka Modric. Out wide. Plays it out to Vasalko. Good pass. Vasalko on the ball now. He's one-on-one with Raheem Sterling. Plays it in. A bit cheeky one too. No, this player who just come on Kovacic now into Rebic. Well, Kovacic wasn't the player who come on, but there was one there. Now he's down the line and he tries to play a ball in, cuts back. Is it going to be cleared? No, Rebic. Ooh. Walker there, cool as you like, and Pickford calmly and coolly collects. Ball goes long. Harry Kane tussling. Loses the header, but didn't even challenge for it already. Declan Rice. Foul on Kane. He does that a lot. Went down easily under the pressure from the Croatian centre half. To be fair, that was a bit of a harsh, bit of a foul there. Bash on him. Trippier's got the ball here. From the free kick from deep. Plays it over to Terry Mings at the back stick. Mings. Sterling! Oh, on his left foot. He should have left it for Kane, really, but it's wrong angle for Kane. He's got a better left foot than Raheem. Could have he left it here for Kane? If it was on his right foot, could have been a different story. But yeah, Croatia on the out here, Modric, but well in from Calvin Phillips. Fabulous today. Oh. John Stones seems to have hurt himself. Ball out. Who's the defender to come on? Connor Cody. I think it's just a bit of cramp now for Stone, so he should be alright for the next game if he needs to come off. Scotland versus Czech Republic tomorrow at 1:15. If any of you guys want to hear that. Oh yeah, Ben White as well we can bring on. Long throw down the line from Carl Walker. Tries to head it. Mounts there. Rashford's almost there. Kane's there. Phillips in again using his physicality. Brilliant. Almost plays it through to Rashford. Kovacic into Luka Modric, who dictates play a lot for Croatia and Real Madrid. Kovacic back out to Vasalko. Kovacic has that drive and run about him, his ability to drive forward. Don't give him time and space. Back out to Perisic. One-on-one with Kyle Walker and Rashford. Back out to Kovacic. Into Luka Modric. Back out to Vida. Vasalko's going for the over. That doesn't need him, though. England have got to stay strong here. Out of play from Croatia. Oh, Croatia throw though. Vasalko into Rebic. He's on the turn. Turns again. 3 or 4 of them on that side. Tries to cut it back, but Declan Rice was there. Brilliant defending. Right, bring off Sterling and play 4-3-3, and then have Kane, Mount, and Rashford as your front three. Could do that. Rebic off, Petkovic on. Foul there, is it? Yeah, free kick for England. England fans at their tops off swinging them around. Oof. Croatia throw in on the right hand side. Not too much has gone on so far. Croatia knocking it around, having most of the possession so far. England just seem to loft up the pitch when they retrieve it. Rashford in to try and send it into Kane. Kane's chasing it though. Harry Kane, ooh, almost nicks it there. Back to their goalkeeper. Close from there. Pressing Mount high up the pitch. Sterling covered his man. Mount now dropping back in again. England blocking off all the potential passing options. But Croatia doing well under pressure. And back to the dictator Luka Modric. Dictates play. Beautiful pass out left. He's got space, time. Calvin Phillips is there trying to harass him. Declan Rice. Now they switch out to the right, Croatia. Oh, it's in there. Out to the right hand side. Rashford's on him. Sterling's on him. Was he brought down? No. Fair challenge. Raheem Sterling. Who settled the pitch? And it is all. England are just sitting deep defending. Croatia are dominating play there, and they were out for England at the moment. Kovacic tries to play the pass through, but no one was there. Jude Bellingham seems to be coming on. I assume for Raheem Sterling to form a midfield three and then play Mount on the right. Takes the field to be the youngest player ever at the European Championships before. Who's coming off? Harry Kane. Interesting. No fantasy points for Kane. Disappointing in there, but that means I'm going to swap the captain's armband over to another player on my team. Kane clapping, the England fans on their feet, applauding him. Modric got the ball, driving forward. Out to Perisic, driving at the defence. One-on-one with Kyle Walker, skips inside. Rebic. All Mings is there. Rashford. Bellingham, sorry. He's very tall. I didn't realise Bellingham was that tall. He's a tall lad. Brilliant there from Bellingham. To Raheem Sterling, who sends Marcus Rashford away. Bit too much on the pass there. Perisic plays a ball in. Is that going to be claimed by Pickford? Just. Oof. Pickford lost it on the pitch. Bellingham goes for it, tries to. And it is a England throw-in. Good job doing on Jack Grealish now, possibly, just because he wins a lot of fouls, he could slow the play down and see out the game for England. But no one on the England bench looks like they're ready to come on. Bellingham, into Trippier, Modric, brilliant. Bellingham, Calvin Phillips in there. Free kick. Don't think that was a free kick in my opinion. I think Phillips did well there. Kovacic off and Palicic on. Pasalic. Free kick for Croatia. Everyone back for England bar Marcus Rashford. No, sorry, Jude Bellingham? Yeah, they both look similar from a distance. Ball into the box from Luka Modric. Big ball in. England try and clear it. Free kick for England now. I think there's a bit of a push and a shove around in the area. Bit of a confrontation coming on. Mings saying, leave it, mate. Leave it, Croatian lad. And yeah, England have a free kick. Yeah, he pushes off of John Stones and then shoves into him and then pushing him around and then grabbing him and tussling him and throwing him around. Yeah. John Stones does well, though. Very, very well in that situation. But yeah, it was a free kick. It was a bit of a tussle-bustle. Scuffle-waffle, should I say. Maybe it is time to bring on Jack Grealish now. Deploy him out on the left because he can win free kicks and slow the play down and try and see out the game for England. No, they... Ooh, oof. England do very well at the passing game. They don't give much time and space. Bellingham's got the ball. Lovely into Raheem Sterling. Tries to play through Rashford, but it's too much on the ball again. It's just got to be a simple pass through. Croatia just knocking it around nicely at the moment. Not doing too much. Just end the stream if no one comes. But yeah, we've got to stay on for the whole game. It's a few more minutes there. Best game he's had all season. He's only scored one goal. Proves the point how his season hasn't been the best, doesn't it? Because it hasn't been an outstanding game for him. Stretching. Oh, Bellingham clash at heads with one of the Croatian players. Ooh, back of the head. Calvert-Lewin looks like he's coming on for the last few minutes. All England players have a drink, considering it's the last 5 minutes of the game, probably, at a time. England fans with their tops off, shouting, cheering, making their voices heard. Some cars alarm outside. Ball over. Is it too much for Mason Mount? Yeah. Croatia goal kick. Just about to hit the 90th minute mark. 90th minute mark? 90th minute mark in 30 seconds. Knocking it around nicely, Croatia. Knocking it around nicely. Who's up the pitch? 90th minute mark. Is that how much added time is it going to be? 90th minute now. Time's ticking, running out for Croatia. Doesn't look like they're going to score, but you never know. They might do deal. Is Calvert-Lewin actually going to get on today? To Reading and to Rashford. Rashford turns in nicely. Tries to place the Reading and Declan Rice. Trippier down the goal kick. And it is out, and Calvert-Lewin's on for Raheem Sterling. Big game there for England. Calvert-Lewin chasing. Been on the pitch for about 2.5 minutes. 4 minutes added on. Tyrone Mings playing really well there. Pickford hoofs out the pitch, falls on his ass. Is that the Calvert-Lewin offers a different dynamic because his aerial ability and aerial presence. He's also got a bit of pace about him as well. Playing out on the right. Calvin Phillips in the midfield. Letting him stride through. Modric. Bellingham, brilliant challenge. Is that out of play? No, it's still in for Croatia. Knocking it around last few minutes for Croatia. Can they hold on? Can England hold on, should I say? Ball out wide. Ball over the top. Pickford comes and claims. England fans happy. Absolutely loving it. Bellingham heads it out to Rashford. Almost. Heading it on. Declan Rice is there. Trying to nick a foot in. Bears Bellingham. So is Mount. Mount gets megged. Ooh, Modric's beautiful pass out wide, but Cole Walker's there to clear it up. So the better end to the game than he has to start. Pickford. Out of play. And now it's 40 seconds left. Can England hold on to win their first game of a major tournament? I think in the 8, 9, 10 tries. Calvert-Lewin. Pressing. Calvin Phillips. Lets the ball go out for a throw in, and that should be it. Looks like it's going to be it for England here. Throws the ball. Ref, blow the whistle, ref. Blow the whistle, ref. Ref, blow the whistle. Ref, blow the whistle, ref. Ref, blow the whistle. Ref, blow the whistle. Last chance of the game. Long throw in. Everyone's back there. Went in. Over the bar. That's full time! Yes! England won. Croatia 0. Full time here. First game of the tournament. England win. Massive win for England right here in the first game of the tournament. Absolutely superb. Haven't won in ages, but today they have. England 1, Croatia 0. Full time here. Absolutely brilliant. Top stuff from England. Getting the big 3 points. Opening game in the groups. You can't do much better than that. And why it's really important that England get their first goal in the groups is you've got to think about it. If they didn't win this game, Scotland game would have been a must win. And you never want a must win game in a group stage. So there's 3 games, 1 win. Gareth Southgate's team was questionable, but they did pull through in the end. Croatia didn't really offer much of a threat. We're bound to face harder teams, harder games throughout the tournament because that one was pretty easy. Solid performance from Tyrone Mings, John Stones, Carl Walker and Kieran Trippier at the back. Declan Rice had a solid play. I just put myself in the eye on it, isn't it? Declan Rice had a very solid performance in midfield, and Calvin Phillips. He was outstanding. My man of the match was Calvin Phillips. He was here, there, everywhere. He did his defensive duties when required. Yes, he gave a few fouls, but did his defensive duties when required. He did his attacking duties. He got an assist for Sterling's goal. He was up here, there, everywhere on the pitch. Sterling was quite good. Foden was pretty good until he came off and got booked. Kane, decent. They didn't really do much. I would be the player who didn't do much at least, but sort of performance. I mean, we didn't see the likes of Grealish or Henderson, but yeah, other than that, it was blimmin' lovely. So let's see if we have a look over here. Can we do the ratings, player ratings? It would be really nice. Nice for you to let us do player ratings, wouldn't it? Yeah, 3 Lions holding on to a lead. England versus Croatia. Can we do the ratings? Let us do the ratings. Let us do the ratings. Let us do the ratings. Here we go. So, we're going to do player ratings for the England game. Brilliant 3 points there yesterday. Absolutely fabulous, mate. Hold on there well. And we scored the goal in the second half, which was much needed. So, Pickford. I gave a 7. A solid performance from him. Didn't really have to do much, but when required, he did his job. Carl Walker, same. He did have a few shaky moments in the first half, but he was overall solid. Stones an 8, calm on the ball, headed everything out. Mings a 9, thought he was really calm and composed on the ball, considering it was first game in the major tournament. Headed balls clear, pass balls well. Trippier, going to go an 8, a solid performance from him. And Phillips, going to go over 10. I'm generous. He was absolutely fabulous. Considering Calvin Phillips, considering everyone doubted him, everyone thought, why are we playing Calvin Phillips? Who wants to play Calvin Phillips? He's not good enough. He was superb today. He got himself an assist for the chance that for Sterling's goal. He was making tackles. Yes, he gave away fouls, but he's making tackles. He was passing, was brilliant. He had a few shots first half, and I'm being generous, and I'm going to give him a 10. Declan Rice going to have a 7, solid performance from him. Now, let's have an 8. Let's be nice. He had a solid performance from him, stayed very well in front of the defence and stuck well. Foden a 7. Yes, very good in the first opening minutes. Hit the post, but didn't really do much after that. Mount an 8. Ran around everywhere like a lunatic throughout the whole game and also created a few chances himself. Sterling can have a 9. Didn't do too much, but he scored the goal that won us the game. So you can't do much better than that, really, can you? But Harry Kane, a 7, was a bit below par. Didn't really have much to do with the game, but yeah. And sadly, he didn't get many fantasy points. But other than that, all good. Then on the bench, we're going to Rashford a 7, did a decent job. Calvert-Lewin, it's hard to judge him. We'll just give him a 6 because he didn't really do much to go on. Bellingham kind of a 7, made a few important challenges in the latter stages of the game. So that is the England team. Not going to rate the Croatia one because I didn't really do too much to talk about Croatia's play. But what's that? 3 Lions holding on. But yeah, the England thing, there is what happened for England. So I gave Pickford a 7. I gave Carl Walker a 7. I gave Stones an 8. Mings a 9. Thought he was absolutely fantastic today. Trippier an 8. Had a very solid performance from him as well. Calvin Phillips at a 10. Absolutely superb Calvin Phillips was. Got an assist for Sterling's goal. Passing was good. Yes, gave away a few fouls, but overall, really, really good performance from him. Declan Rice an 8, a solid performance. Did his job well. Didn't do too much. Wasn't asked to do too much, to be honest, and sat much deeper than Calvin Phillips, as Calvin Phillips was very venturous this game. Phil Foden, gave him a 7 as well. Got a yellow card. Hit the post earlier on, but didn't really do much after that. Decent performance from him. Mount an 8. Was here, there, everywhere. Outstanding. Sterling, superb as well, considering he's had an up and down season for Man City. He still managed to get himself a goal today, created chances, and looked really sharp and got 9. And then Kane a 7 didn't really do much. And then there's the 3 ratings for the substitutes. Rashford a 7, Calvert-Lewin a 6, and Bellingham a 7. But yeah, Calvin Phillips, my man of match today, superb from the lad. Let's read through the comments. Calvin Phillips, Hendo. Very funny. You know I do like Henderson. And yeah, he offers a different dynamic to Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips usually plays a deeper role for Leeds as a 6, but today he was very, very venturous. He's got passing ability, to game an outstanding performance. But yeah, not quite as good as I've seen Henderson in his, when he consistency-wise in his overall game. Henderson has a bit more to it. And then Kane came off, which was surprising. Yeah, I guess you could say it was surprising that Harry Kane came off today. But to be honest, I thought, they said it well in the commentary as well, it was maybe due to Rashford's pace. Rashford can play through the middle, so he almost has the opportunity from counter-attacks to play it through the middle, because through the last 10 minutes or so of the game, England were pinned in, Croatia were lofting balls, so he just were booting balls up the pitch. So if you had Rashford through the middle, he has a bit more pace and Keane to running behind. You had Sterling on the left who had pace, and Mount, who's not a slow player. Yes, he's not rapid like the others, but he's got a bit of pace to him as well. So I thought overall it was a decent tactical decision there. But yeah, it's a shame Kane couldn't get his goal for my fantasy team. He ran into the post and blasted the ball over the bar. I don't know how he done that. You'd have expected him to put that away, but he didn't. And Waffle, bad mate, no waffling around there. Apart from I do waffle, but not in that situation. But yeah, superb game for England. Let's get this microphone here. Let's whip it around. Oh, my laptop's on it. Give me a second, lads. There we go. So, overall opinions on the game. Thought we started off the first half really well. First 20 minutes, created chances, looked really bright and looked really sharp. And then second, for the majority of the second bit of the first half, we were a bit dull, a bit plain. And then in the, well, I mean plain, we didn't create much. And then in the second half, at the start, we started off the half reasonably well. Went a bit blunt nearer the 40-50 minute marks, but Sterling came up with a goal around 55 minutes, so that was very good there. And then after that, we didn't really do much until the end of the game. Had a few chances, like when Kane ran into the post, Mount's ball in, Mount's free kick narrowly over the bar. But yeah, a really solid performance. Joe's Waffles, go subscribe to it if you haven't already. Quality performance, mate. But fully fit Calvin Phillips, not fully fit Henderson. Calvin Phillips starts for me now. Yeah, I guess you could say that, but it depends on the formation you could play. If you play 2 DMs, you can play Phillips and Rice. But if you were watching Phillips today, he wasn't really playing that DM role very much. Yes, near the latter stages of the game when we were defending, but Phillips was bombing on up the pitch. He was charging forward like no one's business, and he was, in the end, creating chances and got the assist for Sterling's goal. And yeah, not a fully fit Henderson. Maybe that's probably why he wasn't included today, because I don't think he's 100% fit. I reckon we might see him next game. Don't think from the start, but possibly we might see him next game from 60, 70. Give him a good run out, because if we do get out of the groups, he could be important with his leadership ability and his overall game later on in the tournament. And at least my Carl Walker got me a clean sheet. Oh, you had Carl Walker in your team. Fair play, mate. You had confidence in him starting over Reece James. But yeah, I rate that there. So yeah, he got you some clean sheet points. Kane, blank for me. So I'm going to swap the captain's armband over to someone else in my team. Maybe a Thomas Müller or a Kylian Mbappe, and one of those two, because there's no point keeping on Kane when he blanks like that. And yeah, for FPL. Yeah, that's really good there, mate. So yeah, overall, a very top performance from England. England won, the Croatia nil full time. And I like to see that. Yes, we didn't see too much on the goalkeeper side. He's got to be tested more. And yes, today, England weren't really tested how a lot of people may have expected them to be tested. So we can't really judge England properly off today's performance. But the one thing you've got to conclude is we hold on to a 1-0 lead. That is key. It shows that even though we only score 1 goal, we can still win games. We don't need to score 2-3 goals because we're going to ship 1 or 2 at the back. It shows that if we do score 1 goal, we can hold on and get a win. But yeah, not too much to judge considering Croatia. I expect them to be better today, really. Didn't really have a sniff. And if we quickly look before we wrap up the video, let's quickly have a look at the stats of Croatia and England game. Because if we go over, where is it? That's the naughty stuff right there. Let's go back over to here. If we go back, I was on it a minute ago. Where was I? There it is. Stats. Come on, give me the stats. Give me the stats. I want to see the stats. Can we actually? There we go. Match stats. So, England had 50% of possession to Croatia's 50. Yes, that is understandable, considering near the latter stages of the game, Croatia were dominating the ball a bit more. 8 shots equal. 2 shots on target 2. So look, if you literally look at those stats, it looks like the game was really even and that Croatia didn't really do much. But if you actually look overall and watch the game and didn't look at the stats, you would have known that England were by far the better team. And anyone would have probably said England were the better team in that game. But yeah, that's all I have to really say. What, as you said, are you streaming the France versus Germany game then? So, about that, am I streaming France versus Germany? Yes and no. That is not an opinion you want to hear, but I am going to, if I'm in Bristol and I'm not at my dad's house, I'm going to stream it. I'm either going to hand my dad's on Tuesday night or Wednesday night. I think it's Wednesday, and the France versus Germany game is on Tuesday night, so I should be streaming that game, but I can't guarantee it for you guys. But yeah, if I am, come over, come and join the stream, and do a little watch along with me. Might have a few guests on, you never know. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you, Thank you for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.